I hope this goes okay. Woo! What is happening, people? It is Brian, Alsruhe, and welcome to this week's training video. Now, it is Friday, and I'm going to try to include you guys in this workout and talk to you guys between my sets, doing some squats today. This is going to be my last heavy-ish day before I leave on Monday for super training as well as Alan Thrall's gym, where I'm gonna do a couple collaborations, and just seems like every single collaboration I've got a little something going on in my chest before I get on a plane, before I go get in front of a bunch of new viewers. So hopefully it's gonna go well. I'm taking all the vitamin C that I can get a hold of and not pushing super hard, but I did want to try to talk to you guys. It's something I'm gonna start trying to incorporate back into my channel. I know for a while now, all my training videos have been very much just pretty much doing the commentary while I do the training, because I like to stay focused on my training right now. There's a lot going on that happens with my training because of sicknesses, things that I need to take into account that most people don't. However, I am gonna try to start talking a little bit more because I know that does get tedious and I do wanna keep it fresh, so you guys still wanna continually watching me hurt myself all the time. So today, doing some squats, starting out with some tire flip, burpee box jumps, to some spider bar squats. I have not done spider bar squats in probably like a year. It's been a while. So probably gonna work up on something on that, drop back for some volume, do some normal stuff. But yeah, should be a good time. Also in this video is gonna be some commentary from my lifts earlier in the week, but definitely some heavy stuff there and some things I haven't hit in quite a while. So very, very cool. Make sure you stay tuned for that. But right now we're gonna go out of order and start with Friday. What is happening, people? And welcome to the commentary. I'm sorry that I am talking so quietly. However, I'm recording this while I am in the airport. So I landed in LA about 3 hours ago, and I have a 4-hour layover before I get to leave and head to Sacramento, where I'm going to be hanging out with Alan Thrall as well as Mark Bell. But I figured I'd try to knock this out while I could. So the giant set for the day started out with the tire flip burpee box jump, which you're seeing here. From there, it moved on to the squat. Now, I started out with doubles, and then I dropped down to singles once it got heavier. Just really trying to get an idea of where I'm at right now, because I really don't know. All right, so like I said, this is the spider bar, and it is 80 pounds unloaded. So that takes me to 260 right there, but the normal gym math is gonna be a little bit off. The other part of my giant set for today is the windshield wipers hanging. So my abs are actually very sore from those standing ab wheel rollouts that I was doing on my deadlift day on Monday that you guys are gonna see in a little bit. So they don't have quite the torque and intensity, but doing what I can. Now, I mentioned this on my post about the windshield wipers on my Instagram page, so if you guys are following it, I'm sorry to repeat myself. However, they are just such an awesome way to build not only your oblique strength, but also some explosiveness and a lot of power in things that you need to be twisting in. So all combat sports, grappling sports, anything where you're swinging a bat, a golf club, a hockey stick, anything like that, windshield wiper is going to be an awesome way to kind of get that torque moving and just get more explosiveness throughout your hips, which always is massive in any athletic endeavor. And there's Kona and Nala, because I love them so much. And then the burpee box, the tire flip burpee box jump is actually there for nothing else to get my hips moving explosively, because I'm always trying to do that in my giant sets on my lower body days. All right, so that was 440, still beltless, still taking my time. I'm just doing 90-pound jumps right now just because I don't know where I'm gonna end up, but I'm sure it's probably gonna be in the 600 somewhere. So right now it's just about trying to focus on my brace. Whenever I do squat stuff or really leg stuff in general, all that I focus on is my brace, because when you really think about it, 90% of the time when at least I fail to squat, it's because my core buckles, I fall forward and that thing stables me. Now, I know a lot of you out there that high bar squat or you're involved in Olympic weightlifting, if you guys miss a squat, oftentimes it will fall off your back. But if you're low bar squatting, that thing's gotta go somewhere, and yeah, which is exactly why I focus on nothing but my brace during a squat. Once I walk out and I have my butt flexed, everything's tight, everything's ready to go, and I'm gonna start pushing my knees out to descend. Really, all that I'm thinking about is hold your brace tight, hold your brace tight. Because if I can keep air in there and keep my really core and my torso just from doing too much of this, typically my legs can push my way out of it. So really, that's my focus. As you guys can see down at the bottom here, there's some boxes. They're just jerk blocks down on the ground. The reason why is because the spider bars, you can see it's cambered like that. So you can't really stick traditional catches on it, won't really save you. So that is why they're there, for those of you who are wondering. All right, and that brings us up to my last beltless set, which is at 530. So these tire flip burpee box jumps are just setting that up. Now, 530 is also where I drop down to singles, just because I really need to focus on my brace, and it really makes a huge difference. Now, the spider bar in general has a habit of kind of pitching me forward more than it normally would, and that gets kind of dicey as far as my depth is concerned. So on some of them, I felt like it didn't go quite as low as I wanted to, and that's always a problem. But I'm going to own that. There's 620. That went well. All right, so the last set was 620, and it went pretty well. So I think I'm just going to do a 90-pound jump and jump 710, and either look for a pause or a double or just survival. But I won't really know until I'm done the first rep. So right now, we're going to do that. Nick got this neat little toy. This is a gimbal, which is going to do cool things that you guys are going to get to see. So it's going to be neat. Yeah, survival, hopefully. So Nick actually just got a gimbal, so we had to try it out. So we figured the 710 squat was a good thing. I know a lot of people were looking for that squat without all the extra stuff, so I just added in here afterwards so you guys get an idea of the depth and the actual speed of it. Honestly, really didn't feel that bad considering it's been the first time I've had above 700 pounds on my back in feels like a decade. All right, so that's 710 on spider bar. I really wanted to do a pause, or I wanted to, it felt heavier than I should, and my head felt a little funny, so I just went for the single. So looking at the video, it really didn't look too bad. Probably a touch high. I don't know why I'm squatting high. Honestly, spider bar throws me forward a little bit, tends to keep my hips a little bit higher, but it's not really an excuse. I should have got down there. But yeah, I'll own that. Maybe a little bit high. It's not like it's PR or anything. So it just felt good to get something heavy like that on my back again. Like I've talked in other videos about the tolerance of having heavy things on your back. I just need to get used to having things like that around that range so that it's not such a big deal to me. So yeah, very, very happy with that. Moving on to assistance. Now, I didn't actually realize it when I was doing it, but I was running out of time badly here. So rather than jumping into volume, I just did a finisher, and that was pretty much, I put the spider bar with, I guess that is 170 pounds, and I did squats until, or lunges until I literally couldn't anymore. It was like a death march. It was terrible. I forgot to get back with you guys after I was done. My assistance just ended up being doing those walking lunges until like I couldn't walk. It was like a death march. Absolutely terrible, but now class going on, so yeah, I ran out of time. So all of this is going on instead of me doing things, but really, really awesome. I am gonna kick to the commentary now to talk to you guys about my other workouts from the week, and then there might be a video recap, there might not. You're gonna have to wait and see. But unfortunately, guys, that is the end of me actually interacting with you guys during the workout. The rest of the time is just gonna be me doing commentary. Like I said at the beginning of the video, a lot of times when I'm moving the camera around and I'm trying to like talk to you guys, and it's almost like having two different things going on. The first being your workout, of course, and I need to stay very focused, especially with all the vomiting, all the injuries, everything that's going on. If my mind is elsewhere during my workouts with the type of weights I'm doing, the chance of me getting hurt are pretty high. So I need to stay pretty checked in the entire time, and when I'm grabbing that camera, moving around, thinking about shots and angles and all that kind of stuff, it definitely takes away from my workout. It makes it much less enjoyable for me, number one, but then number two, like I said, I'm just not as focused, and when you're not as focused, it gets dangerous. But this was my deadlift day. Now, what I was doing was a single pause deadlift to 4 burpee lateral jumps and then standing ab wheel rollouts. I think I was doing 5 or 6 of those at a time. Extremely hard. If you guys have the ability to do standing ab wheel rollouts, even if you do them on your knees, you'll get extremely sore. But one of my buddies, Brady, who is actually now in the Air Force, reached out to me just the other day. He's a kid that I grew up with and grew up lifting with my entire life, but he reached out and said he saw on my Instagram that I was doing the standing ab wheel rollout, so he decided to give it a try, and he actually texted me and said he has never been so sore from an ab thing in his entire life. So I would highly encourage you guys to try those out. They're definitely a different, higher level thing. So here is 585 with the pause. That felt pretty good, no problems at all. Now, last time that I worked up on a pause deadlift, I worked up to 650 and felt pretty good about it. I actually lost the grip because of how sweaty I was. So obviously it's getting a little cooler around Maryland, so much better off on grip. Here is my top set of the day at 675. Now, I'm not happy about this pause whatsoever. Yeah, I don't even consider that a pause, but
It's the first time I pulled 675 actually in itself for a while, so doing it with a pause is actually really good. I know 700's there. I don't know where I'm at, but I would hope at least 750 will be there in a little bit of time. Now, these are called cannonball pull-ups, and they are extremely hard. They look like they would be absolutely nothing, but if you relate it to something like in The Predator, you guys remember when Arnold was getting chased by the Predator and had to hang onto the tree underneath just by like squeezing it? That's very similar to this. I think about like zombies. If I had to jump up and grab a hold of like a large tree branch or a large pipe or something and do nothing but pull myself up through that squeeze power, you would be shocked at how much harder that is than being able to get your hands on something and go with it. So extremely brutal. You guys should give this a try if you have any way to do it. That's actually from Rogue. It's called a cannonball. That's where I got mine. But I was just working up the log clean and press. Last time we worked up to 250 for a single and felt pretty good about it because my shoulders are so just messed up right now that the front rack position isn't going very well. So that was 250. Felt good about that. Actually was not going to move up, but Uncle Nick, being Uncle Nick, was like, bro, you might as well. What's going to happen? So you guys see my right arm's all cocked in right there. It's so bad. Man, my shoulders need work badly right now. Anyway, hit 270 and that went pretty well. After that, was doing these arm over arm sled drags directly to a back pedal sled drag, mainly just to get a little bit of rowing work in as well as conditioning, and then Z press for my volume work and just kind of assistance. If you guys don't do Z press, it just takes everything else out of the movement, so you really can't do anything besides just smoke your shoulders. No reason to go real heavy on it unless you're doing low reps, but for this I was doing sets of 10 between my pulls. So I think I may have done 5 or 6 total rounds of this. I really can't remember. This was actually on Wednesday last week, and I feel like an entire lifetime has been lived since then. Anyway, I finished up this shoulder workout with a little bit of rehab, just pulling bands, kind of doing some external rotation stuff here, and then these drops, which I actually saw on a football show randomly as a shoulder rehab, and they were great, especially with a fat grip. I absolutely love them. Going to start using them.
All right, and welcome back. This is actually Sunday now. I leave tomorrow morning for the Alan Thrall and Mark Bell collaboration. Yep. So this will be the last time that you guys see me before the next videos, and those are gonna have to do with Alan and Mark, and I don't know what's gonna come up first or even what we're doing. I know it's gonna be an absolute whirlwind. I'm gonna try to take you guys along and kind of catch a little bit of it now that I said it. I don't know that I will, but yeah, I am gonna try to vlog it a little bit to kind of show you guys exactly what collaborations look like. Because a lot of times people think it's like just kind of two guys hanging out, but it's not. It's actually a ton of stuff. So we're gonna be going around like crazy, and you're gonna stay home with the doggies, but it's gonna be good. Hold down the fort over here. So we are just here getting ready to walk the dogs, and then I'm gonna pack up all my junk. We're gonna go. Okay. So until I see you again, I will catch up with you next week. Go out.
Do something amazing with your lives.
Go out.
Keep working hard.
Go out, something amazing with your lives. Keep working hard. Be nice to each other. And I'll see you. We'll see you then.
That was like perfect.
Kona, why are you crazy?